it up. You know what I'm saying? Craziness, man. Yeah, I know I'm an Israelite. I've been knowing that for years. Well, why you ain't been out there teaching? You know what I'm saying? I had a Jake tell me that he ran across a Jake that knew that he was an Israelite, right? And he asked me, he said, why you ain't down there teaching with the brothers down there? And he couldn't say nothing, man. So you got Jakes out there that know they Israelites and other Jakes out there that know they Israelites, and I asked them other Jakes that know they Israelites, hey, why you ain't out there teaching? Like I said, you got some believe and you got some don't. But it's coming to a point that you say you're an Israelite and guys that found out what Israelites do by going out there and teaching, and you a man, hey man, they gonna start saying, look, oh you fake. You ain't no, yeah, you full of shit. You know what I'm saying? Jake run around saying that they're Israelite, and then you got Jake that, you know what I'm saying, don't believe in the truth, and ask another Jake, hey, you say you're an Israelite, well, why you ain't out there teaching with them? And they end up being shut down, man. They full of shit, man. That's what's happening, man. Because this truth is out there, man. And brothers that find out they're Israelites, man, they need to be out here teaching, man. They need to put their hand to the plow, man, and get out here and teach, man. And stop being scared, man. And embrace your heritage, man, and tell your people, the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, hey, America gonna be destroyed. This RFID chip is the mark of the beast. And Esau, the so-called white man, the red Hebrew Edomite, is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
Con.
Okay? And embrace your heritage, man. So go ahead, bro.
This is verse 25. But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed.
Right. This man shall be blessed in his deeds, man. So go ahead.
Verse 26. If any man among you seem to be religious and biteth, and brideth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, this man's religion is vain.
Yeah, but when you deal with that word religion, it basically goes into fear, okay? You say you fear the Most High, but it's vain because you're not applying these scriptures like you're supposed to, man, as an Israelite man, okay? So that's what that's going into when you lift up that word religion. It means fear, man, okay? Matter of fact, you brothers want to look it up. Just for edification. So yeah, man, and the reason why we're reading that scripture, because I was speaking on what the Edomite said.
Yeah, they
all
gonna
you
get the
gotta do is
tonight.
just believe. Hey man, you gotta apply these scriptures, man. You gotta believe and apply these scriptures, man. And Jacob, listen to them Edomites, man. Quick, man. Jake have been brainwashed, man, on the left-hand side, man. And that's not a good look, man. You know? And then on top of that, they think the Bible is a so-called white man's book. Which is not, man. That's all a lie, man. You can lie to me. Yeah, but I want the word fear out of there.
Oh, fear.
Yeah, it's in there. Yeah. But you might have to go to the root. Yeah, I'm going to the root of it. Alright. This says, let me see if I can. Alright, this is the root of it. I went all the way to the root of that word religion. Okay? Volume Thriao is Strong's G 2360, right? Thriao, and it means to cry loud, right? To make a noise by outcrying. It says in the New Testament, to trouble, frighten. It says to be troubled in mind, to be frightened, alarmed. So that's fear, man. You know, and even going back. So even going back, when you go to Strong G 2357. Scos, right? And even that one say fearing or worshiping the power, to tremble, trembling, fearful. So that's what it means, man. You know, so the water for that, bro. You know? So you fearing the Heavenly Father and His Son, and say you fear Him and not applying these scriptures the best of your ability in your daily life, your fear is in vain, man. You truly don't believe in the Heavenly Father and Son, man. You got demons on you and you are acting. You know? So I mentioned that because of what I was saying earlier about that Edomite. And you had Jakes around, man. And he was saying that, man, I just look like, man, these Edomites, man. It's ridiculous, man. And they really think the Heavenly Father and His Son are so-called white men, man. They really think that, man. Them Edomites, man. They've been deceived by their own lives, man. They've been teaching them lies so long, they deceived. You know? Yeah, man. And then when you tell them the Heavenly Father and His Son are so-called black men, right? You got some of them say, I know it. But then you got some of them say it don't matter. Okay? All you got to do is have faith, John 3:16. That's their favorite scripture, man. Or they'll say, what about the Gentiles? Paul went to the Gentiles. There's no difference between the Jews and Greeks, man. They'll say that too, man. They don't understand the history nor prophecy, man. Stupid. You know, they don't understand the scriptures, man. They out of there. So go back to Ezra.
All right, this is 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made.
And how is the Most High? What's another way the Most High is visiting the world? He got His men out on the streets telling Esau that his kingdom, these red Hebrew Edomites, telling Esau that his kingdom is over with, man. The Most High gonna destroy it, man. Okay, that's another way the Most High is visiting the earth, man. He got His prophets out on the street, prophesying the downfall of America, man, and telling these nations who they are, and telling Esau he's an Edomite, man. Telling these so-called white people they're Edomite. They not Caucasian, they not European, they not none of that, man. They not white, they red, man. Okay? And they the devil that the Bible speaks of. They are deceivers, man. And Satan. Meaning they're the adversary. That's what Satan means. They're the adversary, man. Against the Most High and His Son, man. And they so intelligent. It's on the level, man. But destroying the earth at the same time. It's an oxymoron, man. Pollute the air, pollute the food, man. Pollute the household. Making it legal to be a pedophile, man. To be a homo, man.
Very sick.
Crazy, man.
That's sick.
That's sick, man. Grown men putting on the dress and going into the women's bathroom. That's crazy, man. And then they teaching little kids, little kids in school,
I wouldn't date him.
brainwashing them and teaching them about homosexuality. two men with a baby and 2 women with a baby. And calling that normal, man. What nation does that, man, and think it's gonna continue forever, man? The Most High gave us examples about Sodom and Gomorrah. He gave us examples about Pompeii. Why you think he lit them up? Because that's not the way to live, man. And he's gonna do America the same way, man. All these abominations, man, that you got in this place, man. You got pork everywhere, man. That shit is everywhere, man. Who knows, man, what this devil is doing, man? This devil doing so much, man. It's ridiculous, man. The devil, the so-called white man have messed up the household so bad, man, that you can't even talk to these women no more, man. You gotta keep it moving, man. You can't even talk to them, man, because Esau have screwed up their mind, man. Thinking they're above the men, man. You can't even talk to them no more, man. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, man. And then they think they on the level, man. That's why, man, we're gonna be happy, man, when we see what's happening in South America come up to North America, man. The brothers in the truth gonna be happy, man. Okay, we're gonna be happy, man, when we see people are falling out because they ain't got no food, man. What's going on in California, that Skid Row, that's gonna spread, man. Tent City, that's gonna spread, man. You know, people gonna get heavier than the drug. They gonna get heavier into that. You know, it's gonna get worse. You know? So go ahead, bro.
So verse 3, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people the world.
You see earthquakes, man. You got some apps that show you what earthquakes is taking place, man, on your phone, man. They all over the place, man. You might have them tremors 3 or 4 times a day, man, everywhere, man. Yeah, like the brother said, there's so many of them, they don't even put them on the news like that no more. So that's YAHAWASHI doing that, man. He's visiting the earth, man. That's prophecy, man. We read it. And uproars of the people, man. Okay? Look what they doing over there in Paris, man. Paris on fire. And it's Edomites. Predominantly Edomites. Because they want Macron out of there, man. Look what they doing in Paris, man. It's on fire, man. Other people are tired of the way their government is treating them, man. And it's gonna come over here, man. We just waiting on it, man. As soon as it hit nationwide, we're gonna say, aha. Beautiful. Said in the scripture that was coming, and that's it, man. Okay?
And
we just gotta wait for it, man. Like it tells you in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, man. We just gotta wait for it, man. Because it's surely coming, man. Go ahead, bro.
This is verse 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee.
Yeah, the Most High told us, man. The Most High told us, look, before Esau fall, these things gonna take place, man, on the earth. And this the last heathen empire that's gonna rule, man. Okay? This the last one, man. After this is over with for you heathens. You know? Over with, man. You going straight into hardcore slavery. Read that again for me, out.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 4. Then shalt thou will understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee.
Right.
Even from the beginning.
Even from the beginning, man. So we was told that, man. We was told that. Give me a second, Ezra, the 6th chapter. Start from the top. Hold what you got in 9th chapter.
2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 1. And he said unto me, in the beginning, when the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood, and ever the winds blew,
Go ahead.
before it thundered and lightened, or ever the foundations of paradise were laid, before the fair flowers were seen, or ever the movable powers were established, before the innumerable multitudes of angels were gathered together. Verse 4, or ever the highest of the air were lifted up, before the measures of the firmament were named, or ever the chimneys in Zion were hot, and ere the present years were sought out, and are ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned,
Go ahead.
before they were sealed, that they have gathered faith for a treasure.
Yeah, faith is a treasure, man. That's a treasure, man. From YAHAWASHI. You don't get that treasure to everybody. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 6, then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other.
Yup, the Most High gonna end Esau's kingdom, man. Go ahead.
Verse 7, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times?
Yeah, the direction. Whose times? Esau and Jacob. Go ahead.
Or when shall be the end of the first?
Because Esau was the first. When you go back to Genesis 25th chapter, that's what it's talking about. Right? That's what Ephesus is talking about. Genesis the 5th chapter, where Esau came out first. And then Jacob came out after him. Okay? So Ezra is getting the direction of what's going to happen before Esau's kingdom falls, man. He getting the direction on how it's going to take place, man. Okay, go ahead.
Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth?
See, so Jacob came out after Esau. When you read Genesis 25th chapter, man. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 8, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born.
See, why he didn't mention Ishmael? Okay? See, you got 18 nations on this earth, man. But why is he just mentioning Esau and Jacob? You got 18 nations on this earth, man. Okay? Why is he just mentioning Esau and Jacob? Going from Abraham, Isaac, and Esau and Jacob. Why? Because that line right there, and them two nations right there, play a key role, man, in this earth, man. They play a key role in this earth, man. Jacob is the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, and Esau is the so-called white man, the red Hebrew Edomite, man. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
When Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
That was symbolic for Jacob pulling Esau down, man. Okay? That was symbolic, man. Because when you go back and look how they was struggling in the womb, man, when you look up them words, man, it means to oppress and crush, man. So they were fighting amongst each other, man. Okay? So Esau and Jacob is key, man. Okay? In this prophecy, man. And Esau ruling right now, man. And Jacob is waking up to who they are, man, and embracing YAHAWASHI and their nationality, man. That's key, man. And then you got Edomites waking up and on the web and saying, look, by the Israelites telling us we Edomite, they believe it. And they confessing it, yeah, we the Edomite. And then you got other so-called white people, red Hebrew Edomite, mad at them. You know? And then you got 2/3 of Jake come on the web and say, how is a Native American and a so-called Hispanic Israelites? Well, I tell you need to go into the history and search it out. Okay? Because they Israelites, man. That customs, man, they Israelites, man. The reason why you people come up on the comment board and say those things because you unlearned in history, man. You